They're afraid to talk to you because they know they can't control the conversation. They never can with you. They can't predict where it's going to go. And there's some kind of narrative that they want to control. Oddly enough, this person has also made some realizations about themselves. Like, they realize that they are a narcissist, or that at least they've had some bad tendencies. They've seen videos. I mean, really, a lot of people are waking up to themselves. And I think we all see videos about things, and it's like, oh, wait, am I doing that? This person has done a lot of this, but it doesn't mean they know how to change it yet. So I'm just telling you where they are right now. And if you have to ask who it's about, it's probably not for you. They've been sending energy to you. Look, don't take that lightly. If you're like, I don't know who's sending me energy, here's what you need to do. Unplug everything, all distractions. I mean, I turn on theta wave music. There are other ways you can do it, but you can look into theta wave music. Use various meditation methods. Go within. Someone here mentioned the Monroe Institute to me. I don't really want to do a long video about this. I'm just going to say, please don't. It doesn't offer any spiritual protection. Go within. Start there. And just get a baseline for who you are. The goal here is really to get you to learn for yourself. I'm not saying it's wrong to learn what the method is, but there are certain reasons why it's applied the way it is. Measure everything to that still small voice inside you, and you're not going to know that until you meditate. You're going to hear me talking about it if you follow me, because that's where this is headed. I go within. That's what I call it. If I meditate, I get quiet in my mind. It starts with really awareness of where you are. What energy do you feel? Because what you don't realize is that your mind is a magnetic battery. You come to this earth not really knowing that. Told that everything is out here. You forgot. Okay, you think it's all out here, but really as above, so below. And until you realize that, you're just letting the external world control your entire life. Until you realize that you're the one in control. It starts with emotional regulation. If you start meditating, emotionally regulate, go within, then start asking what kind of energy is coming to me. And here, just as an example, and I've been doing this for a while now, there are a few people from my past who I just can't seem to get them out of my mind. And I think it's because they are sending thoughts to me. And I know that sounds crazy. What I've been doing really strongly is I'm like, if that person is really thinking about me or wants to talk to me, whatever, may they reach out to me. And the Bible, which is full of hidden codes, it's not the only spiritual text, but yes, it's full of hidden codes about how this works. It is, however, a 12th dimensional message hidden by 7, 6, 5-dimensional beings and below. I just got that, okay? Some of you are going to know what I mean, okay? So the Bible, the Torah, anything like that, please know that you need to look within. Measure everything to the voice within you. That's why you got to start meditating so you know what that sounds like. Because if you've never done that, you have just been reacting to this world. You came here not knowing that. Not knowing, you're just drawing in other people's consciousness, of their thoughts. It's like this massive energy field. Your mind is a battery that receives it and transmutes it in different ways. It's up to you if you want to turn off the transmission and stop receiving it. And if you do receive it, it's up to you how you process it. It's really like a Wi-Fi receiver. I think about that a lot. It projects out from your Wi-Fi over the air. And you can't always get into everybody's Wi-Fi. You may have to have a password, you may not. You are the receiver. You don't have to receive all their signals. You can go through a different provider. Another way to look at it is you just look at it as changing a channel. You don't have to keep receiving from them. And that's what I did in my mind a little while ago, because honestly, it was so annoying. And I know it's because I've been talking about this more. I'm starting to see it manifest more, because that's what I'm telling you to do. Because that's what my readings are for. I'm not trying to keep you stuck in 3D. I'm trying to help lift you out of it. And that means going within. That means getting more clear with your intuition. I'm just passing along what's worked for me. I was just annoyed that this person kept coming to my mind. But I think it happened to show me an intuitive lesson, because what I did was I meditated. I turned on my theta wave music. I used visualization. I just try to go really dark. I just try to imagine that there's nothing there. I can't hear anything, and just see what enters, what voices enter. Where are they coming from? What are they doing? And yeah, I heard this person again. It was very strange. And it could be that thing too where your mind says, don't focus on something, so then you focus on it, right? Usually it's not that way for me. Usually if I distract myself, I'll forget about something. I've learned that, okay? That's another thing that maybe I'm supposed to tell you, because it's really all in the mind. If you find it hard to stop thinking about a certain thing, it's good if you're busy. Like me, I'm so busy, I don't have time to be distracted by those thought trails. That's why I've gotten so good with not being distracted. That's why today was weird. It was not normal, but I think it happened so I could tell you about it. Please go within for your own method, okay? But I do feel like I'm supposed to tell you what I do to block myself from this type of energy, because that was weird. I'm sure it's happened before. It's actually happened a lot. Now I'm starting to see it and really understand how to transmute it. If you realize that your mind is the master control system and you can make it do anything, you're totally controlling the game here, but you thought it was controlling you. Maybe it's happening because you are manifesting it, because someone told you it was going to happen. Maybe you don't have to accept that. But I just imagine gold light. Some people do silver or white. Go with what works for your spirit, because there's a lot of... I really don't want to fill people's heads with ideas. But I use gold. I imagine a gold light from outside space. From way up in the stars, beyond the clouds someplace, coming down to me. And yeah, usually I have a blindfold on. Here it is. I put this blindfold on. I use theta wave music. I drown out distractions. I also have certain smelling sticks. I turn on theta wave music, and I just use certain techniques. Like sometimes I'll even hold a stone or something. It's whatever works for you. But as I'm doing this, I imagine a bright light from outside space washing through me, washing all the way down into the earth. And then like as it goes into the earth, it's like I'm sparkling, like I'm in the midst of this gold light, this stream of light that goes all the way down to the earth. And actually you can also imagine a crystal heart, a heart-shaped crystal in the middle of the earth, spinning down there. Do a deep dive on that if you want. My gold light goes down there and spins with it, spins around. That's how I ground, that's how I protect. What I did was I imagined a light coming from my heart to this person, basically just sent energy back and said, I just don't want to hear from you. I am protected from this, and I just imagined the energy shutting off, and I haven't thought about it since. I was very nice about it. I wasn't trying to be mean, but I just don't have time for that right now. And I know you probably just heard one of the craziest things you've ever heard in your life. Well, I would have said the same thing if I hadn't had so many things manifest into my reality. So be careful. Especially, if you start laughing at things, a lot of times those things you mock later become what's real, and I have experience with that as well. Yeah, people used to tell me stuff like this. In fact, what I just told you is way deeper than anyone ever told me before. When people would tell me anything like this, like I was in control of this grid or whatever, I used to think they were insane. Because you learn something, you think you know something. It's like you learn the Bible. People come to me with that all the time. Yeah, there's so much in there, yes, but it's actually pretty new compared to the truth that's actually couched in it. The truth is in there, but use your spirit, please. Please use your spirit. I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to you. I had to go through some hard things. I had to live some hard lessons, put it that way. I had to see some things manifest into my reality the hard way, swiftly, to realize that I was creating it. I'm like, okay, it's become comical at this point. I created this. I had to have created it. And I'm not even going to share, because really it's very personal. A lot of what happened was very personal. And if you don't believe me, that's okay with me. Because I am really not talking to those who don't believe. I'm letting some people know to pay more attention to things. I'm talking to the people who understand my frequency. I know, you learn something, you think you know something. A lot of people, for a long time now, I've seen online, people mention that on the other side, they are Pleiadians or others. Tons of others out there. I also hear people talking about Anunnaki a lot. For years, heard this, okay? The trickery there, too, is you got to realize there is a deeper truth even beyond that. So you peeled back some layers there. Plus, you're still just learning what's being regurgitated to you by somebody else. You're learning what was on some tablets or something, and some of those tablets could have been written to deceive, okay? So you got to go within. A lot of things are being spread out there to cause division, to cause certain things that have been prophesied. The increase in anger, the increase in deviating away from any sense of unity at all. They don't realize they're giving into low vibrational, low chakra, fear-based rhetoric. Nothing manifests anything faster than fear. Look, fear of rejection. Like this person being held back. They're afraid. Fear, limiting beliefs. Everybody's afraid of something. I could go on for hours. So if you follow me, this is probably how my readings are going to be today. You guys, it's really time to stop thinking so much with the outer eye and go to the inner eye, okay? Even my readings here, like, you need to start asking for intuitive tests, like go within during meditation, ask for code words if you want to. Don't tell anyone the code words. Don't even write them down. Whether it's numbers or things to look for, things during meditation that no one influences but you, only you know about. If you're afraid you'll forget and you got to write it down, put it someplace where absolutely no one's going to see it. You don't tell anybody about it. Keep it between you and you, please. You and your higher self. Don't tell other people, because other people want to influence you, and they're going to put their fears and their superstitions and everything onto you, and what they learned in a seminary onto you. They're going to put what they learned in a tarot class onto you. Okay? No offense to any of that stuff, because there's a lot of truth in that stuff, but there's also a lot of manipulation by whoever's teaching the class. All this stuff, if you believe that you are a Pleiadian, I'm just going to use that as one example. Please know that there are beings higher than that. Okay? Take that for what it's worth. You will remember this. Now, it doesn't mean you don't have access to those beings, but just like with ChatGPT, measure it against what you know. Question it. Don't just take it at face value like you would a student at a seminary who's learning this new book. The Bible is New Age. Look, I did too. I was the same way. That's why I know the Bible so well. Because I learned it up and down after I became what I thought was a Christian a very long time ago. I was an early adult. I was like 20, I was 23. I'm 49 now. And I've learned so much since then about the manipulation. And I've learned that all is mind. And a book I want to recommend, The Universal One by Walter Russell. You are in control. Okay? Go within. You don't need anyone to tell you the answers but you. I mean, you could ask for answers. Yes, you can ask for answers. From me, from anyone else, from readers, from social media, whatever. But you have to measure it to what you know inside. Otherwise, you're just being bounced around. You're a puppet. You are a puppet. Being bounced around by everybody else's energy, being manipulated. Go within. You are attractive. You are aware of your purpose, and you look much younger than your age. I'm just going to cut this off right there. Thank you. You look much younger than your age. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.